Some love stories feel like they're straight out of a Hollywood movie. And then there's the story of Shakira and Gerard Piqué, a romance so epic. It was literally born from the world's biggest sporting event, the FIFA World Cup. For over a decade, they were the ultimate power couple, a perfect blend of music and football. But like all great sagas, theirs had a beginning, a middle, and a truly unforgettable end. Let's rewind to where it all began. The year is 2010. The world is buzzing with excitement for the World Cup in South Africa. And the soundtrack to that excitement, a song that would become one of the most iconic anthems of all time, Waka Waka, this time for Africa, performed by the global superstar, Shakira. To bring the music video to life, a roster of top football players were invited to make cameo appearances. Among them was a charismatic 23-year-old Spanish defender named Gerard Piqué. At 33, Shakira was already a living legend, but she later admitted she wasn't much of a football fan. She didn't even know who Piqué was. But when she saw him on set, something just clicked. She later said in an interview, "I saw the video. And I was like, that one's kind of cute. And then someone decided to introduce us. For Piqué, it was instant fascination. He was completely starstruck by the Colombian queen. They exchanged numbers. And a spark was lit that would soon set the world on fire as the World Cup kicked off. Shakira performed at the opening ceremony. Spain, with Piqué as a star defender, was a tournament favorite. This is where things get truly legendary. Piqué started texting Shakira, and he later revealed how it started with a simple, almost silly question. I asked her about the weather. Their messages quickly went from casual to flirty. Then, Piqué made a bold and almost prophetic promise. He told her, "Spain is going to reach the final, so we'll see each other again when you sing at the closing ceremony." Shakira might have laughed it off, but Piqué was dead serious. He later said he was driven to win the World Cup, not just for his country, but to guarantee that one more meeting with her. And so, Spain blazed a trail through the tournament. On July 11, 2010, in a nail-biting final against the Netherlands, Spain clinched their first-ever World Cup victory. As Piqué celebrated on the field, covered in glory, he knew his prophecy had come true. That night, Shakira took the stage for her final performance of Waka Waka. And there he was, in the crowd, watching her. It was a moment of destiny, a real-life fairy tale written on the world's biggest stage. Fans have called it one of the most romantic manifestations in sports history. After the World Cup, their romance blossomed, but they tried to keep it private. The paparazzi had other ideas, though, and soon photos of them holding hands on vacation began to surface. The world was captivated. The World Cup hero and the queen of Latin pop. It was a story everyone wanted to be true. On March 29, 2011, Shakira made it official. She posted a photo of Piqué hugging her from behind with the caption, "Les presento a mi sol," which means I present to you my son. The internet went into a frenzy. It was one of the first truly viral celebrity couple announcements of the social media age. They even discovered they shared the exact same birthday, February 2nd, though 10 years apart. For Shakira, meeting Piqué felt like a new beginning. She once said, "I had lost my faith for a while, and suddenly I meet Gerard, and the sun comes out." They never officially married. Shakira famously joked that she preferred being his eternal girlfriend, but they built a life together that was stronger than any piece of paper. She moved to Barcelona, became a regular at his football matches, and he supported her through her world tours and career highs and lows. Soon, their duo became a family. In September 2012, they announced they were expecting their first child. Their son, Milan, was born in January 2013. 2 years later, in January 2015, they welcomed their second son, Sasha. The family of four became global darlings. We saw them on red carpets, and adorable family photos on Instagram, and of course, with the boys cheering on their dad from the stands at Camp Nou. Shakira's love for Piqué poured into her music, with songs like Me Enamor beautifully describing the moment she fell for him. For over 10 years, they were the definition of a power couple, a symbol of love, success, and family. But by 2022, the fairy tale began to crumble. Rumors started swirling in the Spanish media about infidelity on Peak's part. Then, on June 4, 2022, the news that no one wanted to hear became official. They released a joint statement confirming their separation, asking for privacy for the sake of their children. The breakup that followed was anything but private. It became one of the most talked about, messy, and public celebrity splits in recent memory. An urban legend even emerged about Shakira discovering the affair because of a jar of strawberry jam in their fridge that only she ate. True to her art, Shakira channeled her heartbreak and anger into her music. She released a series of tracks that took the world by storm. Songs like Te Felicito, Monotonia, and the explosive collaboration with Bizarrap, BZRP Music Session number 53. In that song, she didn't hold back. Firing lyrical shots that became global anthems of empowerment, she famously sang about trading a Ferrari for a Twingo and a Rolex for a Casio, a clear reference to Peak's new, younger girlfriend. The song shattered YouTube records and even earned Grammy nominations. It was a masterclass in turning pain into power. In 2023, Shakira, along with her two sons, moved to Miami to start a new chapter, their love story, which had started with so much magic and public adoration, had ended in a storm of heartbreak and headlines. But even with its painful conclusion, the story of Shakira and Peak remains an iconic piece of pop culture history. It was a romance sparked by a World Cup anthem, sealed by a champion's prophecy, and followed by millions around the globe. And no matter what, whenever we hear the first few beats of Waka Waka, we'll always remember the fairy tale that once was. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.